Hi everyone, this is Frank Ilo from Afri Design Studios. In today's tutorial, we shall look at how to create the swimming pool using Revit. How do you create swimming pool using Revit? This is actually a response to a question that someone asked here on YouTube on how to create swimming pool using Revit. Right now on the screen, you can see an example of a swimming pool, and I also have another one here that looks like this. This is just to bring us up to speed on what we are about to learn. Having said that, can we now jump straight to Revit? So this is the Revit environment. This is the Revit environment where we are going to be operating from. But before we go ahead, I would want you to take note of these four different steps, or what I would call four major steps to creating a swimming pool in Revit. Number one is creating the floor, the natural ground level, the floor of the natural ground level. Number two, creating the floor of the swimming pool itself. Number three, creating walls that are going to connect the floor of the swimming pool to the floor of the natural ground level. Then four, creating the water itself, the water body, the water that is going to be in the swimming pool. You have to create it. So if you can focus on these four major steps, creating this exercise is going to be very easy for you. Having said that, we have to create the floor of the natural ground level, which I already have here. I already have the floor here, which is this green area. But for the benefit of those of us who may not know how to create something like this, I'm going to delete this so I can create another one. So I click on it and hit delete. So for me to create it again, I have to go to level 1, or what I would call natural ground level. So I go to my project browser, coming to level 1 here, I double click on it. I'll go to architecture, I'll go to components, select model in place. I'll click on OK. OK again. I'll go to extrusion, click on extrusion. Then I'm going to draw from here. To here. Then I'll click on pick lines. Click on this line here and click on this other line and click on this other line. Then I'm going to go around to make sure there is no projected line or intersected lines. If there are any, I'm going to trim it. Okay, you can see one here. So I go to trim, click on trim, come here, click on this, and come here, click on this. That is it. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to give a height to the grass. What is going to be the thickness of this very floor, or the grasses? What is going to be the height of the grasses? I'm going to come to extrusion end here, click in there and type 100. That is 100 mm. I'm also going to give material to the grasses. What is going to be the material for these grasses? So I'm going to come down here, come to material, click on this by category, then click on these three dots by the side of it. It's going to bring me to this library. I'm going to type here and see if I can see grass. So it's going to bring grass to me. So I click on this grass and click OK. Then I come here on this green button, click on this green button to finish, click on the green button again to finish, then go to default 3D view. So this is the grasses, they are back. The next thing I'm going to do is to create the outline or the perimeter of the swimming pool. For me to do that, I still have to go to natural ground level. So click here, then click on the grasses, go to edit in place. I'm going to click back on it again, then click on edit extrusion. Then I'm going to go to this square here, click on this square, click anywhere here and come down. All right, I'm going to go to dimensions, click on this to this, click on this to this, click on the width of the swimming pool, click on the width of the swimming pool. Then I go to modify to end. I want the offset here to be 6 meters, so I have to click on this line and click on this and type 6,000 and press enter. Click on this. I want this to be 7.5 and press enter. Then the length of the swimming pool, I want it to be 12 meters. Press enter. The width is going to be 9 meters, so I click on this line and click on this 9,000. So I end by clicking on modify and delete all the dimensions. So I want to add a circular portion to this. So I'm going to go to circle, click on circle, come to the middle of this line and drag it until I get to 2.1 and I click. Then I go to split, click on this split, click here, click here. All right. I also click at the middle of this line. Then I go to modify, come back here again, click on this and delete. Then go to trim, click on this, trim this and trim this. So that is the outline of my swimming pool. I go to this green button, click on this, click on this. If I go to default 3D view, this is what I will have. So we have succeeded in creating the first step, which is the floor of the natural ground level. It is time to create the floor of the swimming pool. For us to do that, we still need to go back to level 1, natural ground level. Click on there. Then I'll go to architecture. I'll go to floor, click on floor. The next thing I have to do is to go to pick line, click on pick line. I'm going to offset these lines outward, not inward but outward, to indicate the thickness of my wall. And the wall is 225 millimeters. Then I go to this offset here by the top left corner and type 225. Then begin to offset outward. Then I trim off every intersection. This offset is wrong, I have to delete it. I go back again to pick line, go to offset 225 and offset this, then trim. Okay, once I'm done with this, it is obvious that most, or in fact most, if not all, swimming pool are sloped. They are not flat. The floors are not flat. For that reason, I come here to slope arrow. Click on slope arrow, come to the middle of this line, click here and drag it to this other line and click. I go to my properties palette. Here you have level at tail. Come under it, you're going to see height offset. Where you have 300, click there and type minus 1000. That is 1 meter. Come to where you have level at head. Under it, you're going to see height offset. Where you have 0, put minus 2000. So this 2000 is the deeper or the deepest part of the swimming pool, while the 1000 is the shallow part, the part that is not too deep. The reason why we put minus is because they are all going downwards. They are not coming up, they are going down. So if your values are going down, it should be a negative sign. Then I click apply. Coming here on this green check, click on it and click modify to end. Go to default 3D view and view. So you can see it has been created. The shallow, or the excavation or the excavated portion is now showing. The third step we're going to do is to create the walls that are going to connect the two floors. To do that, we are going to go to level 1 again. So click on it, click on architecture and click on wall. Then go to pick line, click on pick line, come back to location line and select finish face exterior. Most times you find it in wall center line, but select this and begin to offset outward, not inward. All right, so once this is done, you are going to hit modify to end and click here. You can see the wall on top of the natural ground level instead of inside, but do not worry about that. That is not a problem at all. So we're going to edit this wall to fit into this gap. So I click on this wall, I go to edit profile, click on edit profile. The next thing I'm going to do is to click on pick line, then select the edge of the floor, click on it. It's going to introduce another line. Now go to trim, click on trim. You will see this vertical line here. Click on this vertical line and come inside here and click on this bottom line. Click on this vertical line and go here and click on this bottom line. Click on modify, then click on this top line and delete. Go back to trim and trim off this. Remember, there shouldn't be any projected line. Every line should be trimmed. So we have a closed section now. Go to this green check and click outside or click on modify. So you can see we have done that. Rotate this swimming pool to do this other side. Click on this, go to edit profile, go to pick line, click at the edge of the floor, go to trim, click on the vertical line, click on the bottom line, click on the vertical line, click on the bottom line, go to modify, click on modify, click on the top line and hit delete. Go back to trim, trim off this, trim off this, click on green check and click on modify. rotate the pool again, click on this line, modify, pick line, click on the edge of the floor, click on trim, click on this vertical line and click on this, click on the vertical line and click on the bottom line, click on modify to end, click on the top line and delete. Go back to trim, trim this to this, click here and click here. Go to green check, click on green check and click on modify. It is done. Then rotate again, click on this, sorry, also note that you can drag it downwards, but I prefer using this edit profile because it is more accurate. You can actually drag the line, especially where the floor is not sloped. So I'm going to drag this down and drag this other one down. All right, click on modify. So that will be it. The walls are in place. So this is how to create your swimming pool. So we have the last step to go, which is putting water in here. How do you put water inside the excavated swimming pool? So you go back to natural ground level, double click on it, go to architecture, then click on components, select model in place, click on OK, click OK again, go now to extrusion, click on extrusion, and go to pick line. Pick all the lines here. This time around there's no offsetting, there's no need of offsetting anything. You click directly on the line, then you come here where you have extrusion end, give it a depth. What's going to be the depth of the water? We'll give it minus 2000. Then what is going to be the material of the water? Here we have grasses, but you and I know that the material should be water. Click on these three arrows here, three dots, and come here and select water. Here is water. Click on water, click OK, click on the green check and click finish again. Go to default 3D view. You will see the water is there already. This is the water, and see the outline. All right, so but you cannot feel it or see it very well because it is transparent. Water is meant to be transparent. So but I'm going to show you that there is water here now. Let's go to the side view. So you can see this is the water. All right, but it is going beyond the swimming pool. It has gone out of the swimming pool, so we have to trim it off. How do we trim this off? By using void extrusion. We are going to use void extrusion to trim this off. So click on this, click on edit in place, go to top left corner, you see create, click on create. Come here, you see void form, click on void forms, select void extrusion. Come here, there you have set, click on set, select pick a plane, click OK. Then zoom in here to look for a plane to select. Sometimes it could be very difficult to see a plane to pick. Okay, I can see a plane. I can see a plane. There's a plane here. So let me select this plane. I click on this plane. Once I do that, I come to pick a line. I can as well draw, but picking a line could be more accurate and faster. So I click on pick a line, pick this vertical line, pick this sloped line, and pick this bottom line. Then I go to trim, click on trim to trim them off. Trim this to this and trim this to this. Now it is time to cut. So cut now, I'm going to add a value here where you have extrusion. Put in a value there. Because the width of this swimming pool is 9 meters, I'm going to put a value that is beyond 9 meters so that I would be very sure that it's going to cut through it. So I'm going to type like 10 meters, 10,000. Then I click apply. Then I click finish. I click finish again. And off it goes. You can see the other portion of the water is gone. So if you go to 3D view, go to home, this is what you have. So this is it, how to create swimming pool using Revit. I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Do well to like our channel, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time.